point again, Steve? Thanks so much. Our first guest speaker today is Dr. Luke Howard, and he's a certified hypnotherapist. He's been practicing for over 16 years. He grew up in London, England. He can help you stop smoking in 1 hour or less. He can help you lose weight. He can help you overcome your self-confidence issues.
Can you help me grow hair?
Maybe.
The right price.
He can even improve your golf game.
Oh, wow.
His motto is, free your mind and your ass will follow. Help me welcome Dr. Luke Howard.
Am I on? Can you hear me?
Not yet, no, conquest the button.
Am I on now?
Yes.
Wonderful. Great. I love to listen to my own voice. Can I get another round of applause for my shoes, please? All the shoes, guys. Thank you so much. So I'm here today to give a demo lecture on hypnosis for weight loss. So I'm just curious, who here wants to look sexier?
Sure.
Who here wants to be more toned? Who here wants to be more sculpted? Who wants to get more attention from the opposite sex or the same sex or even just their partner? And here's the big one. Who just wants to look better naked?
Sure.
Excellent. So I can help you with all of that stuff. But I can ramble on, and although some people tell me they like my accent, I want to give you a demonstration. I want to give you a gift, something that you can do that you can actually take away. So feel free to partake in this, and if you don't want to partake, watch the people around you enjoying this and having a wonderful time. So if you want to partake in this, what I ask you to do now is just uncross your legs and put your feet on the floor. And if you go ahead now and put your hands on your thighs. And when you're ready, just close your eyes for a moment. I promise to take good care of you. And what I'd like you to do is, simply with your eyes closed, we're going to go on a little trip together right now. I want you to take 3 big, deep breaths. In through your nose. And out through your mouth. That's right. In through your nose. And out through your mouth. One more time. In through your nose. And out through your mouth. Now I'd like you to bring your awareness to your feet and start to notice what foot's heavier. Is it your right foot or is it perhaps your left foot? And it really doesn't matter as long as you just relax now. And now what I'd like you to do is to become aware of both feet and just scrunch up your feet. Build up that tension in your tiptoes and then just let that tension go. And allow that relaxation to shoot up to your calf muscles. Now become aware of your calf muscles. And go ahead now and just tense, squeeze those big calf muscles. And then just relax and let that tension go. There's that wonderful wave of relaxation now comes up to your thighs. Become aware of your thighs, those long, tense muscles that are working day in and day out. Go ahead now and really squeeze and tense up those thigh muscles. And just let go of that tension and relax even deeper. You're doing wonderfully. Now just become aware of your navel, your belly button area. And very gently, ever so gently, just pull your belly button in. And then just let go of any tension that you might have. That's right. Very good. Now become aware of your fingers, your hands, your arms. And go ahead now and clench up your hand. Really squeeze your hands together until you have white knuckles. And then simply let go of that tension. And allow that wonderful wave of relaxation to spread up your arms to your neck. Allowing your neck to be relaxed with your head in an easy position. That's right. Now become aware of your face. Your face muscles are long and they stretch. So go ahead now and scrunch up your face. Make your best lemon face with your face. Really scrunch up your face. Rid of that tension in your face. And let go of that tension. Allow your face muscles to simply relax. Now in this deep and special place, I want you to go ahead now and remember a time in the past when you just felt friggin' amazing. Go ahead and be there now, looking through your own eyes and see what you saw and hear what you heard and feel just how good you felt when you just felt amazing. And if amazing is too strong when you haven't felt amazing before, you can always see me later, but you can go ahead and just feel great instead, or simply good. But go ahead and re-experience that now. And just get a little bit of that feeling inside, as if you were there and you were reliving that. And I don't need to know what you're reliving. That can be your own secret. That's right. Some people giggle. You know what's on their minds. But simply looking through your own eyes, feel that wonderful feeling. Hear those sounds. See what you saw. And just make it as vivid and as strong as you can. Just take a few moments to be in this special place. And go ahead and open your eyes when you're ready to return back. That's right. Everyone looks more relaxed. Does everyone feel more relaxed? Put your hand up if you feel more relaxed. That's right, got a hand catalepsy there, that's fantastic. Alright, that's an insider joke. So, how can hypnosis help you to lose weight? Well, I was a trainer, personal trainer in another life. And some of my clients I'd have amazing success with, and some I wouldn't. And I always took on the responsibility that it was my fault why some people were successful, and it was my fault why some people weren't successful. And myself, I went on every kind of diet there's been, from Atkins to Bernstein to Herbalife to Visalis and all that other stuff. Weight Watchers as well. And I realized statistically, Weight Watchers has around about a 30% success rate helping people lose weight. Give or take a few percent up. And that wasn't good enough for me. So I started to learn hypnosis. And I'd have about a 60% success rate helping people lose weight and keep it off. But I'm kind of a perfectionist, and I get obsessed with my work. And there was that 40% of people that I wasn't helping, and I couldn't rest, and I couldn't settle, quite honestly. And I would always look for better ways. And what I realized as a trainer is you can give people all the logical things they need to do to lose weight. And most of us know, most of us are not stupid. We know what to do, but we don't do what we know. On a basic level, we know if we want to lose weight, we've got to move more and eat less. At a pure basic level. We can get more complicated than that, but I don't want to bore you. But that doesn't help you. All the logic in the world doesn't help you if you're really angry one day, or if you're really stressed one day, or if you're really sad one day, and you reach for those extra donuts, or the extra cake, and you pile on those calories. Because in that moment, you're not thinking logically, step by step. You're caught up in the emotion. And if you think back to when we were kids, I know for me, when it was Christmas or my birthday, we'd celebrate by what? Having cake and having pop and having all this wonderful food, and I'd feel amazing. And then other days when I weren't feeling so good, my mum would give me all these sweets, or candy as you guys call it, and I would indulge in it, and I'd get that high. So I had this thing that what we call in hypnosis or NLP is I had a great away from and towards strategy, meaning when I felt really bad, I would eat a bunch of crap and overeat. And when I felt really good, I'd eat a whole bunch of crap. And I'd stay stuck in this prison. And some of you laugh, and it's a laugh of identifying you've probably experienced it before. And I realized that I needed to do something more. So that's when I started to study hypnosis. And hypnosis can be used for many, many things. And there's a chap called Mckenna in the UK, you might have heard of him. And he's like the #1 self-development author in the world now. He's a British guy. And he developed the weight loss system. And he gives you stuff for your conscious mind, for your logical mind, which is really important. Practical stuff to do every day. But it gives you stuff for your unconscious or subconscious mind. Now, an interesting thing that he brought up is oftentimes when we go on diets, we try new things, we're told what kind of foods to eat, how many calories we should eat, but no one tells us what we should do, specifically how we should eat. Not the foods that we should eat, not the counting calories, but when we sit down to eat, what are the habits we should do. So Paul developed this whole system of really the what of eating. So rather than what you are eating, how you're eating. You know, are you eating consciously? One of the biggest changes I notice for me and a lot of my clients is consciously eating. Oftentimes we're so stressed in today's society, we're going from A to B and we're just eating food on the go. We're having the coffee, we're having the pop, we're having the sugar. When was the last time you just sat down, you switched off your cell phone, you switched off your TV, You switched off the radio, you stopped reading, you stopped talking to people, and whatever you were eating, you just stopped, you closed your eyes, and you enjoyed whatever you ate consciously. In that moment, you chewed your food about 20 times. Your eyes closed, and you almost went into like a meditative state where you could enjoy every piece of goodness in that food. But you didn't have to feel guilty. Because an interesting thing happens when you just sit down and you unplug from everything that's trying to distract us in today's society, and you're just there in that moment. It becomes very mindful, very zen. And you start to realize that signal from your stomach to your brain, satiety, that tells you you're full, which for most of us it's dumbed down because we're overindulged in sugar and crap our whole life. That signal that tells us we're full gets stronger and stronger. So in time we realize we're full a lot quicker. So the good thing about that is, if you like to eat Pop-Tarts like I do, you can still eat Pop-Tarts, but instead of having the 8 Pop-Tarts that come in a box, you start to realize that one will satisfy that need, which is kind of crazy. Now there's a thing called gastric band. Has anyone heard of gastric band surgery right now? Alright. So it's really powerful for helping people lose weight. So typically someone will go to their doctors, they'll be morbidly obese. Morbidly means they're about to die, nothing's working for them. And their doctor says, okay, we can help you. So what a doctor does is he opens up the person, puts a band around the person's top of their stomach, and makes their stomach about the size of a golf ball. Which means when you eat from now on, you pretty much start to eat baby food for the first couple of months after you have the gastric band. So guess what? You lose a whole bunch of weight. But it's a really, really invasive surgery. It costs at least $10,000, and it doesn't work all of the time. And the reason it doesn't work is it deals with the practical things, gives you those practical deals, but it doesn't deal with the emotional aspect. And everyone I've ever dealt with in 16 years who had a weight problem, myself included, there was always emotional eating was a big component of it. And gastric band surgery, it deals with how big your stomach is, but it doesn't deal with the emotional aspect of it. So I've heard of people who had the band on, because they didn't deal with that negative root inside, they ended up breaking the band and actually gaining all the weight back, but now they have a wonderful scar. They're out $10,000 to $15,000, and they've got all this anesthetic in their body that's making them ill. So I thought, well, this is kind of interesting. Is there a way that we could get that gastric band and make people's unconscious mind, not the logical part of the mind that you're thinking with now, because we realise it's all nonsense, but people's unconscious mind, the part of you that's about 7 years old, that stores all your memories, all your emotions, could have convinced people's unconscious mind, under trance, under hypnosis, that you had a gastric band fitted. And so I started to experiment with it. And my success rate with weight loss hypnosis went from 60%, which is still twice the amount of someone like a Weight Watchers, to 85, 90% we're tracking now. And the reason it's really powerful is we deal with the emotional reasons. And whenever I get a client, I always say to them, if you're installing a new kitchen into your house, what do you have to do first? You have to get rid of the old kitchen. Because if you don't get rid of the old kitchen, you can't put in this brand spanking new kitchen. So basically what we do is we get rid of the old kitchen once and for all, we destroy it. So then we can reinstall that new kitchen with those new habits and those new beliefs to ensure that you keep that weight off forever. But I realise I've been talking a lot now, and I want to give you another experience, because I'm like an action taker. So I wonder if I could get you all just to stand up. I want to give you a gift. I want to show you something about how powerful your mind is right now. You don't have to do this, but I think you'll feel good if you do. Let me show you and demonstrate what I want you to do first. In a moment, not just yet. I'm going to ask that you extend your hands out in front. Not just yet, just watch me first. I'm going to ask that you interlock your fingers like so, and I'm going to ask that you lock your thumbs. Then I'm going to get you to bend your elbows, almost like when you're making a desperate prayer, and you might want to make one while you're there. And that's right, laugh it in. Then I'm going to ask you to separate your index fingers like so, and just go ahead and focus on that gap in between your index fingers, and just let what happens happen naturally. So if you go ahead now and interlock your fingers like so. Don't try and make it happen, and don't stop it from happening. Then bend your elbows, your thumbs are locked behind it, and focus on the gap now between your fingers, and just imagine in your mind's eye that both fingers are like a magnet, and they're getting closer and closer together. And don't stop them from going close together, but don't consciously make it happen. That's right. Just imagine that the closer they get, the stronger that pull happens. And some of you have a stronger imagination than others. That's interesting. That's wonderful, because all hypnosis is magnified concentration, focus, and intelligence. Lovely. When your fingers eventually touch, you can go ahead and just let your hands drop by your side. Beautiful. Check out your arms really well. Great. And you can take a seat down again. So it's an interesting thing. Was anyone kind of freaked out by that a little bit? It's kind of weird. I remember my ex-girlfriend, she's my ex now for a good reason. She was a bit of a control freak, and she did her degree in psychology. She didn't believe in hypnosis. I'm like, that's great, neither do I. Just go ahead and open up your hands like this now. And I could get her to do lots of things, but that's another story. Anyways, and we did this with her. When her fingers touched, she freaked out. And she's like, oh my God, what are you doing to me? Is it mind control? Well, I can't control anyone's mind. If I really could control your mind, I'd be on a Caribbean island somewhere with 10 models being a billionaire. But it's just amazing what you can do with your mind. I do want to leave you with one more thing, though. I wondered, is someone got a really great imagination here and is really good at taking instructions and is really focused? Is anyone here in this room? Lovely. I'm going to take you, please. Miss Cindy. Give Cindy a round of applause.
I just want to start with, I have to go to the bathroom, so don't make me pee up here.
Oh! How much would you pay me to not make you pee up here? I'm just kidding. I'll make you feel good. Have you been hypnotized before?
A long time ago.
A long time ago. Good experience?
I think so, yeah.
Lovely. I promise not to make you quack like a dog or bark like a cat. All right. I want to try something, and quite frankly, I've never done this before in this kind of environment. It may not work. I'm willing to take that bullet because I'm an experimenter. I like to try different things. So could I borrow your? Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Lovely. Can I take your right hand for a minute?
Sure.
Lovely. And could I get you just to put your right hand on the table right there? And could I ask you just to focus on the spot on the back of your hand? It doesn't matter where it is, but just focus on the spot on the back of your hand. And just allow your focus and attention to be stuck on that hand right now. Stuck. Lovely. And as you continue to focus on that hand, just use your power of imagination, focus and intelligence, because that's all that hypnosis is. And now just act as if we're starting to spread glue between the table and your hand. There's glue. It's spreading you in absolutely no discomfort at all. But just imagine now that glue is spreading from your palm to your fingers. That's right. And as that glue spreads, the hand starts to get just a little bit more stuck, but you can absolutely feel good and amazing and relaxed. As you imagine now, and you use your power of focus and intelligence to allow that hand to get more stuck and more glued. That's right. And you know that you can absolutely relax as you use that power of imagination and intelligence. And as you continue to focus on your hand now and imagine that glue is spreading, is sticking to your hand now, as you continue to do that, and I want to ask you, what's more stuck now, your fingers or your palm? What would you say, your fingers or your palm? What's more stuck?
My fingers.
Your fingers are more stuck, aren't they? That's interesting. And I wonder if you could take that same level of stuckness now from your fingers and actually put it into your palm. So now your palm becomes just as stuck as your fingers, and the more stuck your palm becomes, the more stuck your fingers become. And as your hand stays there stuck now, feeling absolutely no discomfort, actually feeling amazing, you continue to focus on the back of your hand and allow that sensation to happen. And you say inside your head right now, my hand is stuck, my hand is stuck. Inside your head, not out loud, my hand is stuck, my hand is stuck. And you continue to focus now on a part of the hand. I wondered, as you keep doing that, and you keep saying my hand is stuck, if you could just try to pick up a finger and notice that you can't. Try to pick up a finger and notice that you can't. That's right, it only comes up just a little bit, but it can't raise too much, can it? Because as it tries to raise up, you might start to notice that another part of your hand becomes a little bit more stuck now. And just allow that stuck feeling to get even more stuck. Lovely. In a moment, I'm going to tap you on the back of the hand. When I do that, you'll be able to move your hand. Not just yet, you'll be able to move your hand perfectly. But before I do that, I wondered now, as you imagine, as you focus on that spot on the back of your hand now, it's stuck, and you're feeling wonderful as that glue spreads. I wonder now if you could try to pick up your hand and notice you can't. Try to pick up your hand and notice you can't. Try to pick up your hand and notice you can't. You can't now. It's weird, isn't it? You're trying, really try. That's it. That's just a little bit right there, right. And now just notice, when I tap it on the top, you can just completely relax your hand. Relax your hand and you can move it perfectly right now. Lovely. Thank you so much. Give it a round of applause. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Thank you for being a wonderful audience, and I'd like to give you all a gift before I depart the stage. I have a little sign-in sheet that's going to be on this table right here, and if you want to leave your name and email address, I will email you an MP3 recording of a hypnotic induction that I've done that you can listen to at home, and oftentimes my clients will listen to it before sleep, and it will just make them sleep a lot more easier. And I've also got an ebook there called Rapid Fat Loss Secrets, which will help you on your goals. So if you want a free complimentary copy of my MP3 for relaxation, LUKEnosis, and rapid fat loss, just simply put your name and email and I will send that off to you so you can get to experience all those wonderful feelings from today. My website is www.LUKEnosis.com and our catchphrase is free your mind and your arse will follow. Thank you so much,
Thanks so much, Dr. Luke. That was amazing. Anybody stuck to the table just before I... You can all move? Okay, excellent, excellent. Before we take the break, I want to ask Steve if you would like to come up and have a...
Yeah, just a word. Appreciate it.